Set for green. In the final, ETHOS Technologies, New Riverbank, Twin 75s. Green flag is out, and we are underway. 2x2 as the leaders race through 1 and 2. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Mike Looney backs out of it at the last moment. Huff still in control of the top spot, but he is in danger of surrendering multiple positions. Thomas Scott to his outside. Mike Looney up his tailpipe through turns 1 and 2. Bottom opens up. Here comes Mike Looney. Out of a cannon, down the back straightaway. Looney to the inside of Huff in turn number 3. Out of turn 4, no contest. Mike Looney to the point. Veteran Savvy has Mike Looney out in front of the field and pulling away, distancing himself from his top competition by 0.2 of a second and growing. Quinn Huff engaged in battle for second. Thomas Scott has swapped lanes on the 18. Operating out of the bottom groove of the racetrack, Thomas Scott. Quinn Huff 2 abreast down the back straightaway. Matt Bowling making inroads. He's to the outside of the 0 of Jake Crum. Crum bobbles, slides up in line behind Matt Bowling. Here comes Tommy Lemons Jr. to the bottom side of G.R. Waldrop. Lemons stymied by the 0 of Crum. Waldrop still to the outside of Lemons, 2nd through 7th under a blanket out of turn number 4. It is time to go. Bowling peering beneath the 8 of Scott in turn number 3. Scott has had enough. He'll yield the preferred groove to Bowling, and here comes the freight train. Tommy Lemons Jr. thought about 3 wide into turn number 1, wisely backs out of it. He'll go to work on Scott through turns 1 and 2. Matt Bowling clear of the traffic, placing the crosshairs on Mike Looney, but Looney is some distance ahead. The gap 2.5 seconds. Mike Looney has company atop the leaderboard in the form of Matt Bowling, Lee Pulliam, and Tommy Lemons Jr. They've reeled in the leader in turn number 1. Less than a car length separates the front runners down the back straightaway. All 26 laps have gone in Mike Looney's pocket, but the top tier teams are threatening. 27 laps are in and a rearview mirror full of Matt Bowling in turns 1 and 2. Looney snapped loose in turn number 1. It opened up the door down low for Matt Bowling. Can he capitalize on it? Through turns 3 and 4, Bowling drawing even with Mike Looney, and at the line, lead change. It's Matt Bowling to the point. Mike Looney surrendering the lead. Lee Pulliam by for second. Tommy Lemons Jr. going to work on the 87 out of turn number 4. Looney settling in line. Meanwhile, the battle is for first. Matt Bowling has control of the top spot, but for how long? Lee Pulliam is there, less than a car length, as the leaders navigate lap traffic. Dudley's engine has expired. He has received the black flag from race officials. Question is, has he left any deposit on the racetrack? We stay green for the moment as Kyle Dudley stays on track. Now he appears to be headed for pit road. Battle for first in turn number 3. No caution on the racetrack, and Lee Pulliam is into the lead. Lap number 35, lead change. Lee Pulliam to the point. Matt Bowling drawing even with Lee Pulliam in turn number 1. Pulliam edging Matt Bowling out of the corner. Top 2 plunging into turn number 3. Aggressive move by Jake Crum. Crum's into third, giving a shot to Pulliam through the apex of the corner. Pulliam lunges out in front of Bowling at the stripe. Crum bobbles. Matt Bowling operating topside, trying to regain second place. Crum on the charge. Once again pushing up in the center of the corner. All the breathing room Matt Bowling needed. Bowling is back to second. 68 laps are in. Crum is in third. Battle is for fourth between Scott and Tommy Lemons Jr. Lemons having a hard time moving past the 8 of Scott, and Josh Berry has nowhere to go. Perhaps the best car on track next to Lee Pulliam, and Josh Berry has hit a roadblock. He cannot go high, he cannot go low. There is nowhere to go for Josh Berry, and time is running out. Continuing to monitor the battle for fourth, it is a briar patch. Josh Berry desperately seeking some daylight beneath the 27 of Lemons, who continues to be stalled by the 8 of Scott. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Lemons slams the door on Berry, who had all 4 in the flat in turn number 3. Thomas Scott still hanging tough topside, 3 laps from the finish, and Lee Pulliam is getting out of town up front. The gap, 0.5 of a second. Matt Bowling sees his chances at a victory slipping away. What a run for Jake Crum in the second feature. An aggressive maneuver has him solidly on the podium, 2 circuits from the finish. Lemons, Berry have navigated past the 8 of Thomas Scott, but it's a little too late. White flag in the air, last trip around the 4/16th mile oval for Lee Pulliam, with Matt Bowling and Jake Crum in tow. Pulliam eyeing his 10th win in 12 starts. An impressive performance tonight. Pulliam sweeps, checkers out. Matt Bowling finished.
Yeah, having to start in 8th, just had to bide our time, and I used up so much tire racing Tommy Lemons in the first race, and I knew the car wasn't right when we took a green flag. I knew I done hurt the tires, and I was trying to take it as easy as I could and make it passes when they were smart, because I knew I didn't have any extra, and it all worked out.
On the verge of a 3rd consecutive track championship and 4th overall, the outlook with 1 event remaining on the calendar.
That's awesome. Anytime you win a track title at any track is special, much less here at Motor Mile. It's tough up here, man. It's getting tougher every week, and we're working our butts off. Working 7 days a week in the shop, and just trying to stay ahead of it. But it gets tougher each and every week, I tell you.